business. You now own it. And the company provides products, Beachbody, Carl, incredible opportunity, but it's your business. And someone's given it to you and they said, how big is your dream? If you knew you couldn't fail, how big would your dream be? And they hand you this silver box with a silver ribbon on it. And some of the people who try to hand it to you, you know what they say? No, thanks. It's not for me. No, thank you. And they walk away. And I'm okay with that. And then somebody says, let me see that. I can do that. Like at Christina Sullivan's. First time I ever sat down with her. I can do that. I got to change a lot. I got to be a lot different than I am right now. But I can do this. She's blowing it up. Because she took the box, right? And so each one of you sitting in this audience right now, no matter whose group you're in, Melanie Bowen took the box and looked at it. Whoever suspected a theatrical woman, as crazy as Melanie is, she's one of my favorite coaches in this company, and I'm not just saying that because she's so different than anybody I've ever met in this company. That's why I love being on the phone with her. I love talking to her. I love hanging out with her. But who would have thought somebody like Melanie would have shown up at a founders meeting and got in a network marketing business? I guarantee you she never thought it. But she did. Why? Because she looked and said, I want to own my own business. I want to own my life. I want to buy a Mustang. I want to live in a house that belongs to me. I don't want to depend on anybody else for my security in my life. And there's stories and example after example of those kinds of things that we have in all of us. But we got to get passionate, you guys. If you can't get excited about your life, if you can't get excited if you're sitting here next to your spouse, if you can't get excited about each other and what you can do with your lives, if you can't get excited about your little kids and knowing that someday that little kid, maybe you're 2, 3 years old, 7, 8, I don't know how old right now, but those little kids grow up, because I got 3 of them that are grown up, and one day they sit on your lap ready to go to college, and that little girl of mine sat there and said, Daddy, where should I go to school? And you know what I said to her? Anywhere you want, baby. I didn't have to say, oh, well, we got to go to JC, and we're going to have to get student loans, and we're going to have to figure, I just said, baby, wherever you want to go. No matter, wherever you can qualify to go, wherever you got good grades, you worked hard. You imagine me saying, oh, really, I'm really sorry you can't go to college. I couldn't do it, I'm sorry. All of us, if we have older parents, for a lot of us, guess what? There's going to come a time you're going to have to help them. I was in McDonald's the other day getting some coffee, and this guy I just sat down to drive, he was on my iPad, and I sat down drinking some coffee, and this old guy came up and sat next to clear my table. Good-looking gentleman. Very, I could just tell he had a lot of class. And so I started talking to him like I always talk to people. I go, hey, what you doing? He goes, hey, I'm just working here. My wife's at home, she's ill, and I'm taking this job. And he retired at age 65 from a company he worked for 40 years. And he can't afford to not work because he has to take care of his wife because his retirement doesn't do it. Are you kidding me right now? This man, I look at this man and I go, I didn't want that for my mom. I knew I was going to call one day, and I did. And the phone rang, honey, I can't make it. Can you help us out? You know that if I'd have gotten that call 3 years early before I saw the business I did and got the gift I did and got that little package I got, I would have had to say, Mom, I can't help you, Mommy. I love you. And you've been sober now for almost 25 years and you've changed your life, but I can't help you. I didn't want to do that. I couldn't do that myself. And some of you right now are in a place where you know that things are going to happen in your life. Tragedies, things your friends of yours are going to have needs in their lives. And when they come to you, you're going to have to say, I'm really sorry, we just can't make it ourselves. Why? Because you're too lazy? Why? Because your self-esteem is so low you don't think you deserve something great in your life? What is it? Let's discover it. I love to get discovery because in discovery there's conviction. And in conviction we make changes. That's why I work with coaches and like Melanie and the coaches that let's discover what the challenges are so we can get conviction and make changes in our lives. And some of you, you know what your problems are? You're living in the past. You're rolling this video of your life, of the mistakes you've made, and the things that happened to you. And you hold on to them. And some of us wear them like a crown on our head. Well, you don't know where I've been. And if I hadn't been through all that, I could be successful. But it's really hard for me because all this happened to me. Okay, let me just tell you something. God knows all that. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't supposed to happen. But you know what? Somebody's got charge of all this stuff. And I saw that in my life. But let me tell you something about things that happened in the past that hurt and aren't feel good. And they mold us and they affect us every day. You can't do anything to change them. Can any of us, I've been talking now for 20 minutes. Can I get 1 second of those 20 minutes back? No, they're gone from my life right now, forever. I'll never see them again. Ever. So I can't go back and fix the abuse I had as a child of a father stepping up against the wall and throwing rocks at me for discipline, or stabbing my mother, or I can't fix that. But I knew one thing, that when I learned to overcome it, there was purpose in it. And when there's purpose in it, someone's life changes because you share it. You say, you know, I was here and I got through that. And some of you here, you're still living there. And some of us need to realize if you're where you are today, sitting here, you came today, and I don't even know why you came. And some of you came because you're excited, and some of you came because you just want to come to one more event because there's good people here, and you just think if you get fired up enough, you might go home and do something. You know, you're just hoping maybe there's just something here today that's going to make me move forward and change my life because God knows I need it. And so we run this video. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, you're free from that. What you want in your future is all that's important right now. And every one of you, if you'll learn to overcome. And some of you sit here today, and if we heard your stories, and all of us have stories. That's what this business is stories. And if we let all you come across stage and said, tell me your story. Let me tell you something, when people tell their stories, people in Beachbody sometimes, and the coaches I work with, we work on this because they get up and go, hey, I got in Beachbody, I was 100 pounds overweight, and now we've been on P90X, I've lost 100 pounds, and my life's changed. And everybody cheers them. That's not your story. You know what your story was? Why did you ever get hopeless enough and careless enough about your life and hurtful enough and painful enough that you gained 100 pounds? That's your story. It starts back there. What brought you? I know I was obese. I was 80 pounds overweight. You know why? Because I realized it's not what I ate, it's what ate me. And so I had to control my life because it was out of control. So I ate to control my life. I know that. So it wasn't just a story. It was, hey, let me tell you what happened and where I came from. And when you can overcome that and you can share that story on a stage like this, there's people here today that will not leave without life transformation because you have been through what they are going through or have been through, and they haven't won yet and you have. That's our responsibility. The more struggle you've had in your life, the tougher it was for you growing up. I believe the bigger calling God has for you because there's so much more for you to do. And I'm sorry I'm on a rampage right now. And I'm sorry I'm fired up, but I'm speaking the truth to you guys. This is truth. You know, I sat down with a man the other day, and we sat down together, and I looked across the table at him. He had these hopeless eyes, and it's like he wants to be a leader in his family, and he wants to lead, he wants to love his wife, and he wants to love his kids. And I just looked in his eyes, and he didn't believe he could. He just couldn't because he's had nothing but failure in that area. And he wants to be respected by his wife and loved by his children. He's afraid maybe he won't even see him again. They're going to leave his life. And you know what? I challenge you, if you're here today, I challenge you to sit and say, what do I need to change? Because you have control of your life. You have control of your future. You're the one that can make the difference. And don't believe anything about the fact, well, if you've been through this, you're not going to be able to do this. Life is struggle. But struggle is less painful than regret, right? My mom learned that. My mom made bad decisions. She had a terrible life. When the end of her life came and her mind was gone because of Alzheimer's. See, it's not our mind.